Well, a couple of weeks somebody sent me a private message asking me to twist a genie. Hey, I am Juan Gonzalez, also known as John London. Your wish is my command. Welcome back, my friends. Great to see your beautiful smiling faces. Right now when I'm filming this, it is Thursday, and so I'll go ahead and have this up in a little while once we do all the edits and that fun stuff. But for now, let's go over the balloons we're going to use to make that genie. As you can tell, it is about 4 balloons. Let me look down real quick. Yes, 4 balloons. And so let's go ahead and talk about them and how much. So here are the balloons we're using. We have 4, I would say 3 and like a little bit right here. But I am going to use, although, you know, I've only got a little bit inflated in this, I am going to use quite a bit of it to make everything happen. You know, he had his little, ponytail on top. And then he also has like this beard, you know, and so we can use all of our balloon to make that happen. So don't underestimate, you know, just because we've only inflated a little bit of it, it can go a long way. And in this case, you see that I used a navy blue. If you don't have a black, I do have black, but I grabbed navy blue by accident. It happens sometimes, right? And so that's what I did for this in this case. And so an alternative to this pale blue is you could use a Caribbean blue. That looks pretty nice as well, okay? And then, so let's go ahead and talk about how much is in each one of these. I just started with this dark one and I didn't say anything about the rest of them. So the red one is only halfway. You don't even need that much, but just so you have an idea that at least go halfway. And so let's go ahead and put those to the side and let's talk about the pale blue ones, because those are definitely going to have 2 different sizes here. As you can tell, look, we have one that has a little bit left over in the end. This is the one we're going to use for the body, and then this one actually we're going to use for the arms and the head portion. I know that the head and the arms are part of the body, but what I mean by this is the torso section and then the bottom of his, where his legs would be, you know, that little mist part that comes out of the lamp. So anyway, that's the way we're going to do it. And so the tail for this one is about, you see I got over a hand's grip there when I'm holding that. Not over hand's grip, like, you know, overhand grip, no. Over a hand's grip. I said that in the last video, and I think I hope no one was mixed up by that, but you know, I'm just trying to illustrate it here by actually grabbing onto it, and you can see it's over a hand's grip. There we go. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and put those over to the side just for a second before we start twisting, because I do want to make sure to invite you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit the bell notification. That way you know when a new video comes up. And also, I'd love to hear your opinion on the movie using Will Smith as the genie. Is that going to, you know, diminish the role that Robin Williams did such a great job in when he did the voiceover for that genie? You know, who will be able to compare it to that, right? He just was just one of a kind, absolutely, Robin Williams. So yeah, like I said, I'd like to hear what your opinion is in the comments below. And so let's go ahead and get with the twisting. Let's go ahead and bring that sound down. Here we go. Ready to record that voiceover. Oh yeah. And so we're gonna go ahead and start with the upper half, the arms and the head portion. Again, grab the one that has more balloon left in it. That's right, over a hand's grip left in it. So I would even do, that's, you know, 5 or 6 fingers. You can even do 7 and you're gonna be safe, okay? Just because there's so much twisting here. All right, so right now, right off the bat, I already made an arm with the little hand there. And then I went up for a bottom portion of the face. Then I went to 2 pinch twists. There we go. And just roll that balloon through there, make sure we're good to go. And then I'm gonna do another portion. And this portion right here is about 2.5 fingers, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and match it. I'm gonna come back down to the pinch twist. And again, when you're twisting around pinch twist, you wanna make sure that you're taking your time. That way you're not killing the balloon during that time, okay? And then I just come right back down to the back of the face, all right? And so the last portion here is going to be the other arm. And the arm is about 4 to 5 fingers wide, just so you know. And you can just match it with the other one. I'm gonna go ahead and do a pinch twist and finish with a loop. Okay, and if you feel like your balloon got too tight towards this portion or this segment of the balloon, go ahead and next time when you do it, use less air. You know, leave a longer tail in the balloon and you'll be good to go. All right, and so I was just trying to help you give a guide there and, you know, help you find out what works for you when you work with your proportions, because I realize that everybody's hand is not the same size. All right, so again, See, we went hand, arm, face, 2 pinch twists, going up to the top portion of the head, and now we're coming right back down, and then the back of the mouth area, and then we end with our arm and pinch twist and a loop for the hand. There we go. And so now for our body with the tail piece, we're going to go ahead and do about 5 fingers there, twisted into the neck area. There we go. And then we can go ahead and come back down, and you see I'm just making sure it's nice and secure and just match them there. It'll be perfect for that. There we go. Get your nozzle, go ahead and twist it around, pull that nozzle through there a couple times. You definitely don't want to lose that. There we go. And you have a lot of balloon left over here at the end, and so we're going to go ahead and use that. You see I left myself about, about a hand's grip on the end there, maybe 6 fingers. And you see I'm going to go ahead and twist that balloon around and go ahead and break that off, and leave yourself when you do that. See, I kept a little portion for the nose, and I left myself a tail. That way I can tie it to that nozzle so we don't lose that, okay? And if you can, tie it twice just to make sure it's really secure. And so now we want that winding tail, and that'll, I'll stop to mess around there. You could definitely turn this into a hat if you want to. But right now you see I'm just winding these. If you ever seen my video on heart wand and twisting the balloon like this, I'm just rolling the 2 halves against one another, and they'll curl on their own. I'm going to go ahead and do the top up here as well. And right now, because those balloons, you see where they meet, they're segmented quite a bit there. There's not going to be a lot of friction there to hold them in place, and so I'm going to go ahead and grab my red balloon so we can go ahead and add that sash. I think it's a sash. Please correct me if you know what that the red belt, maybe it's just a belt, around the genie's waist is. I'd be happy to know that. I think that'd be cool. So I did 2 bubbles, and I'm going to go around and I'm going to pinch twist the second bubble. See, I twisted the end of the 260 in with another, the second bubble, okay? So you can definitely do 2 bubbles, pinch twist the second, and then go around and come back to it, and you'll get your belt that way, all right? And so now that we got a nice, and the reason that is there for 2 reasons. It's on his costume, but also it picks up the slack that was left there, and it'll fill in, so that way the balloons are really pressing up against one another and don't come undone, all right? And I forgot that I wanted to use that piece for the nose, but I had to let the air go, let it escape. I didn't tie it. Boo for me. If you want to minus a point, that's okay. Please don't thumbs down me for that. I forgot. Forgive me. All right. Anyway, back on track here. I inflated a little piece for the nose, and I think they stayed true to Robin Williams, aside from Genie, caricaturizing him and giving him a little bit longer nose. So anyway, there it is right there, and I'm going to go ahead and shape it. Get ourselves a little gonzo nose there. And now you can put it right there between your pinch twist where your cheeks would be. Too easy, too easy. So just pull that little tail back there, and the pinch twist, there's a lot going on, a lot of pressure there on that balloon. So when you pull it through there, just give it a good tug, and then just wrap it around the first chance you get and tuck it away. It's going to stay in there pretty good. Alrighty, and so the last portion before we go on to draw is our hair, our little ponytail. And so here's all we're going to do. I'm going to hold it on the top here. That's where I want it, on top of the head there. And because I want to keep using that balloon for more stuff, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it down to the pinch twist, and you see my thumb is holding it in place. Here I am doing a bad job of explaining it, or displaying what I'm talking about. And I'm going up the other side of the head, and I'm going to twist it around, and what that'll do is it'll hold it in place. And now I'm just looking for a place to anchor it back down by the cheeks. Okay, so we're good. All right, and I think I'm going to explain that one more time. See, so I go down, go around, and then come right back down. Okay, so I'm just going to hook it in place when I do that. All right, and now the last part I'm going to do is, because we have, we want to have his, his beard, / goatee thing. I'm going to go ahead and just bring it underneath, on both sides of the cheeks, go underneath the cheeks and come right back around to the other cheek. And I believe I'll display it here in just a moment so you can see exactly what I mean. But if you've gotten this far, you'll be able to tell exactly what I'm talking about, because you got plenty of balloon left over to do that. And now I'm just making sure that it's all set, looks good, tucking anything away. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you use this design. Cool. There it is, we made it. So you can see, I tried to make sure that I went slow and I was delicate with the pinch around. Just didn't want the balloon to pop while I'm teaching it to you. But you know, if you get to going and making this, and you know, make sure that this area is like soft and you squish the balloon, and even if you had a third blue, just for this portion here to keep it nice and soft, it'll definitely help you, and then you'll get faster at it, of course. But again, I'm just trying to maximize my balloon when I use it and when I teach it to you. That way, you can see, you know, that although you may have, you know, one balloon or a couple balloons to make this, you can maximize, you know, what kind of design you get out of your balloon instead of cutting it short. So anyway, there it is right there. Let's go ahead and go over the artwork we're going to use. We're going to keep it really simple, okay? Just because you don't want to get to the very end and be worried about like, what artwork am I going to give this thing? Because I mean, who can match, you know, the Aladdin, you know, art and make it just perfect every single time? That'll be, you know, a tall order. So let's go over the art here now with a simple, we'll just do a simple smile there, see? And because I'm using a chisel tip marker, I'm gonna go ahead and with a single stroke add the little goatee. Ta-da. Okay, and then for the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and make some super basic. I'm just gonna go ahead and do circles. There you go. And then we'll do some nice eyebrows here. Again, using this chisel tip, so one shot, one kill. How about that? There we go. See? So hopefully you're gaining confidence in your marker skills if you've been following along and using some of these things. And I'm gonna go ahead and use some white. This is the Eddings 751, okay, so it's the skinnier one. I just wanted to try it out, but they also have the 750, okay, in case you never use a white paint marker like this, and they work pretty good. All right, and I'm just gonna add some highlight in the eyes here. And then I'll bring this twisting tutorial, this portion of the video, to an end. Look, there it is right there. You got your genie hanging out there. Ooh, try to get them to get them to balance there. So a few people are already making the lamps online, so check those out. You know, they're doing a super cool job, especially with the gold chromes. They look beautiful. If you don't get the gold chromes, don't worry about it. Just make it in yellow. A lot of kids, you know, they're like, oh, I want the gold, and then you end up getting them in yellow. It'll still work out, no problem. So, a couple things. Don't forget, you can support the page. If you like these videos, you like this content, you say, man, I can use that, bro, right? Please, you know, I encourage you and invite you to support the channel, patreon.com/JLOMagic. That's JLOMAGIC. That's right. And so, last but not least, again, I want to invite you again to subscribe if you haven't done so. Bell notification, that way you know every time a new video is coming out. So I'll see you guys next time. Go ahead out there and have some fun with your balloons. Make people's wishes come true, right? Just like the genie, your wish is my command, making them whatever they like. So I'll see you guys next time. Happy twisting. Bye.